Hi, this is Jared Croslow, and I want to thank you for purchasing Backlink University. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to go through the training at backlinkuniversity.com, and then I'm going to share with you how to get your training center set up. What comes with Backlink University is a training center that you install on your own website. You can fully customize it, and it has some great features, and it has all the worker modules all built in there, and we're going to walk through exactly how to get set up in there, add your backlink workers or your employees to the system, and get the system set up so you no longer have to do the tedious task of building backlinks. So let's dig in. So we're going to hop over to members.backlinkuniversity.com. This is where you will access the training material that will teach you how to find, hire, and manage your backlink workers. Also, that's where you have all the documents that come with the course, as well as you have a copy of the worker modules that you can review there as well. So I'm now logged in to members.backlinkuniversity.com. As soon as you log in, you'll be taken to the welcome page. The first thing you need to do is make sure you enter your name and email so that you're on the customer list. This is where I send any updates related to Backlink University. Now, as soon as you enter your name and email and sign up for the customer list, let's go over a little housekeeping. So the first thing that I want to mention is if you have any problems, big or small, don't hesitate to get in touch. You can always reach us at gunghosupport.com or support@gunghosupport.com. Just something to keep in mind is support is answered Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, I know these are weird hours, but that's because our main office is located in the Philippines. But we typically respond within 24 hours on these days, if not within minutes of a ticket coming in. Now, the next thing you need to do is you need to download your training center. This is a zip file that contains all the videos, all the software that you're going to install on your website. Now, you can install this anywhere. You can install it on a subdomain, you can install it on a secondary folder, or you can pick a domain that you're just going to use for your training center and install it at the root of that domain. Now, as soon as you've installed the training center, you need to review the Getting Started video, which is what you're watching right now. Review this a couple times just so you get really clear of how the system works. We've put a lot of effort into making sure that the training center is very streamlined and easy to use and has all the functionality that you would need to manage backlink workers. And in fact, you can use this training center to really outsource any task. Now let me show you how to get around members.backlinkuniversity.com. So you have the employer training, which is videos that were tailored specifically to teach you how to find backlink workers or outsourced workers in general. So we have the Backlink Basics, which is what you need to watch next. This will tell you exactly how to build powerful backlinks. It's very important that you watch this video and you really understand the mechanics of how to build proper backlinks. Next, we have a video going over how to find workers, then how to hire workers, and then how to manage your workers. Then we have the Training Center. If you'd like to customize the look and feel of the Training Center, that functionality is included. And in this section, you will find out exactly how to do all the CSS customization, to change the images, change it so that it's branded towards your website or your company's brand. And then finally, we have the document library. Now, the document library is where we have all the different contracts, non-compete agreements, non-disclosure. We have a getting started document that you can brand and give to your new backlink worker. We have sample job postings, sample operating principle guidelines, and sample strategic objectives. So you have a lot of documents that you can use as a base for your company. Now the next section we have is the worker training. Now these are the actual backlink building modules that come with Backlink University, and these modules are actually already installed in your training center. So once you've installed the training center, I'm going to be walking you through how to schedule those tasks, how to assign those so that the workers only see the specific modules that you've assigned. As an owner of Backlink University, you get free access to No BS Backlinks, which is a monthly membership site. So you get access to every packet that's ever been released, and you'll get access to every future packet we release just for being a member of Backlink University. And you can access those here. Okay, so let's head over to our training center that we've installed, and I'm going to walk you through the back end, I'm going to walk you through the front end. I'm going to show you how to get this thing set up so you can go out there and get you some backlink workers or have existing employees start doing some backlinking tasks. Okay, so here is what the training center looks like. Now you very well could be watching this video right here that's on the dashboard. This is the same video that you're watching. Now this training center, the back end has been streamlined to make it very simple for you to navigate around it. So let me share with you exactly what the different sections are and what their purposes are. So we have the worker section. This is where you will add new employees to the system. So if you want to add one of your employees, you just simply go to Add New Worker, and then you just fill in, you give them a username, put in the email address, first name, last name, website is not required, give them a simple password. I typically just use password. And then the most important thing is you have to give them the role of worker. That is what allows them to work properly within the system. So they have to have the role of worker, and then you add a new user. Now you have an employee in the system. So step one is to add all your workers to your training center. That's step one. Now after the worker section, we can see all users here. We can see our own profile. The next section is we have the reports. Now part of the Backlink University Training Center is after every task is completed, they are instructed to submit a report of what they have done. What's good about these reports is that it also has a timestamp so you know when they submitted the report. So this allows you to track work history over time. And this report's very flexible. They can type in additional details. It's using a WYSIWYG on the front end, and they just enter in the subject line that is given in the instructions. They give the details of what they have done, and then they submit the report. Now you don't have to view these reports often. That is just there as a mechanism so there is accountability for your workers. Now the next section we have is called the documents. Now we have several documents that we use in the Backlink modules. These documents are documents that can be edited, have things deleted from them. They can basically be evolving over time. That is what defines a document. Any user can edit it, and it can be added to, subtracted from, so it's an evolving document. So these documents that have been set up in Backlink University's Training Center are things like places to store the blog URLs, the URLs of blog websites that are giving good comments or blogs that you want to build relationships with, forum URLs, places that you want your backlink workers to continually go and build forum posts. If you want to create documents with specific details on backlinks, these documents are there so you can have some flexibility, so you can have a two-way communication with your workers. They can add additional information during the tasks, and you can set up a structure to start off the tasks. So that is what the documents are used for. So let's take a look at some of the documents we already have inside of the training center. So we have one for signatures, which would be signatures that you could use either on forums or say it's for article marketing. Whatever you want to store and have your workers have access to and be able to edit or update or delete or say that they've used it, you can do that with documents. The documents provide a level of flexibility with the training center that really allows you to systemize a lot more than just backlink building. If you just want to use it for backlinks, these 4 documents are already referenced in the videos. Now the next thing we have is the worker modules. Now the modules are nothing more than pages that have the information. So let's take a look at what one of these module pages look like. So here is what the front end of the training center looks like. You'll see we have a video that is me explaining exactly how to do the task. This video does not mention my name, it doesn't mention my company's brand, but it does talk specifically to the employee on how to do the step. It doesn't talk about theory, it talks about how to do it step by step. And then it has the written version as well and tells them step by step what they have to do. It gives important notes. And then here at the end, it actually has a process map where they can download and look at a PDF file to see exactly the steps of the process. Now I'm going to explain every section of the front end, but I'm going to hop back over and show you these pages. You really don't need to dig into these unless you want to customize something. So say that you don't like a part of the process that I have and you'd like to update the steps or you'd like to add additional notes. You can do that very simply by clicking here, for example, and going into article writing. So here is the article writing module, and you will see it looks very similar to a blog post. And you can actually just go in here, this is a WYSIWYG, and you can edit any of this information that you'd like. You can change this up. And the way this works is you have the video file referenced here. So that's the video file, and that's what's going to display the player. So if we take this URL and we go put it in the browser. So we're going to copy and paste this URL here. And we're going to open in a new tab. Go take a look at what this looks like on the front end. And you will see that becomes the video. And we have these nice little tabs that you can use as well. And we have all the different article templates. These templates make it really easy for people to write articles with. So to create these tabs, you just see you have tab style 1, and then you can put tab and then a close. That's how it works. That's not really the point of this video, is to show you how to do the tabs and things like that, but just to show you the structure of the modules. You can put anything you want in here. If there's something you don't like about the process, you can edit it. Now the processes are perfectly fine the way they are, but if you have something very specific you like done instead of the way that I teach it, then you can make your changes here. And if you want it to be highlighted or something, you can use a shortcode to do that highlighting. And we have shortcodes here in this little button here, and you can insert shortcodes. You have all these different options to do all sorts of neat little things with the modules. Okay, so let's move on to another module section. So under worker modules, you can look at all the pages. You can add a new page. That's where you would go if you want to add a new module that's custom to your company. Then we have the calendars. Now the calendars is very important. Now every worker that is added to the system gets their own unique calendar. Now this is important because the calendar really drives the whole system. You assign these tasks and they know to do the task on a specific time, on a specific day, and you can set it up to be recurring. So let's go into the calendar section. Okay, so these are all the active calendars you have in the system. So for every employee, you would see their name, then calendar. Now, the backlink schedule is the universal calendar. This works throughout the system, so any task that you assign to this calendar, every worker in the system will get assigned. And I'm going to show you how to set up the task. We have a very simple task manager that allows you to create schedules and assign tasks in bulk. But if you'd like to manually create a calendar, you can do so here. Just give it a name, give it a color. That's the color. It will show up on the calendar itself, and you just click Add New Calendar. This is done automatically when you add a new worker. They're automatically assigned a new calendar with their name assigned to it. Okay, so let's go to the Task Manager. The Task Manager is very important because this is really where you assign all the tasks for all your employees. So as you see, we have all the modules listed here in these little accordion boxes. Now, anything you add to the worker modules will then show up as a drop-down. So you'll be able to schedule the task just like the existing backlink modules. So the system's very flexible. Again, it doesn't have to just be used for backlinking. You can create your own systems and have them do other tasks. If you wanted to do social media or other types of things in your business, it's a recurring task that you want to have video assigned to it, a process map. You want to create a true system. The training center is set up to allow you to do that. Okay, so let's select the user. So we would select this calendar. If we wanted to select for every user, we'd select the backlink schedule. If we had multiple users in the system, we can just hold Shift and we can select multiple users at a time if we want to create schedules in bulk. Then all we have to do is go through and decide how we want to schedule the backlinking tasks. So here's a sample backlink schedule. Now, this isn't the end-all be-all, but this is an example of what you could assign a person. So this is a 40-hour work week of one backlink worker that would be very productive, and you would have them basically doing two different types of tasks. We have what's called building tasks, and those are tasks that can be done in a shorter amount of time and actually result in getting a backlink very quickly. And then you have something else called research tasks, which isn't something suited to do every day, but it's something that prepares for the building tasks. And those are typically done once per week. So let's go through this example schedule. So let's say that we start off Monday through Thursday. Every Monday through Thursday, when they first come into work, they do blog commenting for an hour. And then next they would do forum posting. Then they'd build some document links. They'd create a link network, go create some profile backlinks. And then once they've done all those tasks, they go and do RSS submissions. Now, RSS submissions are done for every other backlinking task, and that's really what juices the backlinks, ensure they get indexed, ensure they get counted in the search engines. So that's a task that we always want to finish out the other backlink building with. Now, on Friday, that's where you reserve the tasks that you want them to do research or prepare materials that they will need for the other 4 days of the week. So here's an example. On a Friday, they could do some keyword research. If they are skilled enough, they could do some article writing using the templates provided, or they could take articles that you have had created and do the spinning, Go out and find link partners, which is a very powerful backlinking strategy. Also, set up deals to buy backlinks, another powerful strategy. Submit articles, and then binary backlinks. Binary backlinks is not actually in this system, but you can check out binary backlinks at binarybacklinks.com. Binary backlinks is basically getting backlinks by submitting a free piece of software to software directories around the web. Now, this is just an example schedule. You don't have to follow this to the letter. Just think about what your resources are with your workers and what type of backlink building you want them to do for your company, for your websites, and then determine a good schedule for them. So let's go over into the training center and let's schedule some tasks. So under the task manager, it's very easy to assign tasks. You'll see that we have all the tasks listed and we have these accordion boxes. So you can open one of these modules, and to assign it, you just simply click assign this task. And you can make this an all-day task, or you can just make it happen from, say, 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. So an hour-long task. And we can have this repeat either daily, every weekday, so Monday through Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or every Tuesday and Thursday. So if I wanted to set a schedule where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday were blog commenting days, and then every Tuesday, Thursday were forum posting days, it's very easy to set that up in here. Just select Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Repeats every week, so every 1 or every 2 weeks, and it never ends. Or you can put a deadline. So we can go through and we can do all the modules all at one time. So if we want to add the link network creation and we want that to just be done weekly on this day, so every Friday, and we want it to be done from noon until 1, we simply create the task in that manner, and we can say it repeats every week. And then to save the task, we just click Save the Tasks. So we have now scheduled tasks for the users that we selected. Now the way this works is if you go to the main site, right here you see the task schedule. When you select the date, so say today is the 18th, you now have this link of the assigned task forum posting that only the user that was assigned this task will see this. And they can click the link and they will be taken to the module to explain exactly how to do the task, the steps, the process map, and then once they're done with the task, they go in here and they just submit a new report based on the template that's provided, and they've completed the task. Every day of the week, they can come in here and they will see exactly what has been assigned, and as you assign more tasks, they will have different things listed. So 8 to 9, they will have blog commenting. Maybe 9 to 10, they will have forum posting. Maybe they'll have some document link submissions. Maybe you'll have them do some RSS backlinking. But I hope you're starting to get a picture of how this system works. So the task scheduler is very important to the whole system. This is really what kind of manages the backlink workers for you. So spend some time in here. Once you've added your workers, go through and create their schedule of their assigned tasks. Once you set this up one time, really that's the only time you ever need to set it up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be sharing with you is the backlink manager. Now, if you look over at the training center, we have this backlink details, and you'll see that I have my website plugged in here. I just did that for an example. This will not be in your training center. Unless you want to build some backlinks for me, you're more than welcome to. So the backlink details is here. So while they're watching the modules, they can see exactly what backlinks you want built, and they can simply open this box, copy the exact anchor text, the actual HTML code that's going to be needed to build the backlink. So let me show you how to set that up. Now remember, I mentioned that you need to watch the backlink basics video. Now it's critically important that you watch that video and really let it sink in, because when you're setting up the backlink manager, a lot of the principles that's talked about in the backlink basics is built into the backlink manager. So you'll see that we have a URL and we have 4 anchor texts that we assign to the workers. The reason that we have 4 anchor texts is simply because we don't want to get 100% pure anchor text to just, if we're trying to rank for golf clubs, we don't want 100% of our backlinks to say golf clubs. we'd like it to say, a type of golf club. We'd like it to have golf club in there somewhere, but we want to mix it up because we're trying to appear natural. So what you need to do is determine where you want your backlinks built. So after you've added the workers, you've created your task manager, you've scheduled the assignments, you need to take some time and you need to determine where you want your backlinks built and using what anchor text. Now, the anchor text is very important because the anchor text has a big effect on what keywords you're going to rank for. So if you want to rank for a specific keyword, you need to have that in at least 3 of these anchor texts. Maybe the 4th one, like I have here, it just says click here. That's kind of just a throwaway anchor text because I want it to look natural. Now, click here is probably not the best example to use. You could also use your title tag, or you could use another phrase that you're going after. But I like to mix it up a bit. So that's the main point. Mix it up a bit, but the anchor text is very important to what you're going to rank for in the search engines. So the URL, that is going to be to your home page or to your interior pages. So if you're trying to rank specific pages, you're going to have to put the full URL path in there as well. So let me go through how to add the backlink. All right, so we put the full URL. So if we have the http:// and say that I want to rank this myclickonomics.com/WordPress SEO page, and I want WordPress SEO, WordPress SEO guide, the guide to SEO package. All right, so I just put in the full path to the page that I want backlinks built to, and then I can assign this backlink to a specific worker, which is really nice. So if I just want it to be to the worker I have in the system, and I only want this to appear for certain modules. So say that I'm only building backlinks using certain modules, I can go and say, all right, I want them to use this when buying backlinks, when doing blog commenting, and that's all I want them to use it for. So those are the only modules that will appear on the sidebar. So the backlink manager is very flexible. It really gives you a lot of flexibility of how you have backlinks built, and it gives your worker all the details they need right there in the sidebar, right next to the modules. So after I've added these details, I just click Save. So this is where you're going to store all of your website URLs, not only the home page, but also the pages you want to get backlinks to. And you need to take some time and determine the anchor text you want your backlink workers to be using, because they may be going out there and doing all the work, but you need to be doing some of the thinking as far as what keywords you want to rank for. Okay, let's go to the next section. We have the Persona Manager. Now, the Persona Manager is something that's used in the system. Since we're having backlink workers go out there and build all these different backlinks throughout the web, we have them using pin names, so also known as personas. So they're going out there and there's modules that you need to assign to them so they can go and create personas. So you need to get started by having them create personas. It's probably the first task that you should assign to your backlink workers, because they need to really have a storehouse of personas that they can use in the other backlinking tasks. So in the Training Center, at the front end of the Training Center, we have the persona section. All that your backlink worker basically does is they go to a site called Fake Name Generator, and they go and generate a fake name. They go create an email address, and then they enter the details here in the persona page. They can add notes, all the details they get from Fake Name Generator. And then we use that throughout the system to build backlinks to create accounts on other websites. And we do this all manually because we have a lot better results creating these accounts manually than using some whiz-bang automated software. Now, I know everyone loves whiz-bang automated software. I do too when it actually works, but 9 times out of 10, it just doesn't seem to work as well as people advertise. So the Persona Manager is the back end of this front end. So once your workers add something to the system, you will see it listed here, and this allows you to basically edit the personas or delete them or set them as active or inactive. So the active versus inactive simply means it's already been used. We're no longer using it anymore. You can just trip a flag and it will turn it off so it's no longer showing inside the sidebar. If you want to add a persona, You click Add Persona, you enter in all the same details, and then you can assign it to the worker, and you can assign which modules this persona will be used for. So if you have one persona that's going to be used over and over again, you can assign it to a specific module and click Add Persona. Alternatively, if one of your workers have submitted a persona and you want to go in and edit it, so let's go in here and I'll just add myself as an example. And let's just add the persona just so you can see what it looks like. And we'll go to the Persona Manager. Now you'll see I can go here and edit, and then I can change any details. So if I want to add it to add to specific modules, I can just go click here, save persona, and now it's been updated. And you can see under modules, we now have a listing of what modules this persona will be used for. Now I'm going to delete this, and let's continue on in the back end of the training center. So we have the customization, which is nice. The first thing that you need to do in the customization is you need to go down to Dropbox, go down to the Dropbox, and you need to enter in your Dropbox account details. So go sign up for a Dropbox account at dropbox.com. It's absolutely free. You get a free 2 gigs of storage, but this is used throughout the modules for your backlink workers to upload specific Excel files or other documents. Maybe it's text files with articles, spun articles. This Dropbox is a really nice feature of the site because they just have to go to the Dropbox at any time during the process, select a file on their computer, and then click Upload. It will upload it to your server, and then it will copy the files to your Dropbox as well. To get it set up is really simple. Just enter your email and password that's assigned to your Dropbox.com account. Choose what you want the folder called in your Dropbox account. We have it defaulted at training_center. And this is where the files will be stored on your website, /files. You can change that if you'd like, or just leave it be. And then click Save Changes. Once you've done that, the Dropbox is now fully set up, and even if you don't have this folder in your Dropbox account, it will actually go ahead and create it within your Dropbox account. Now the next thing with customization is we have theme options, we have framework settings, we have widgets, we have menus. You really don't have to touch this stuff unless you really want to. There is a special section on members.backlinkuniversity.com that shows you in explicit detail how to customize the look and feel of the training center. So check out that video if you're interested in customizing it. This is how you access it. You go to Theme Options and Framework Settings. As you can see, if you want to upload a new image, you just click here to upload a new image if you want your company's brand. Now, we have one last feature that I think is pretty important. Since you're going to be using this as a staple of your business, we have a way to back it up. So to back up your training center, all you have to do is just go to Backup, go down to Backup and Restore, and we're going to select Full Backup, and that is going to do a complete backup of everything you've done. If you've made changes to the modules, if you've added new videos, anything that resides in the folder where this is installed, you can back it up. So this is a nice feature, and then you can even schedule it so it does it automatically every week, every day, whatever you think's necessary so you feel safe. You can schedule it to backup. So that's pretty much the back end of the training center. Let's hop over to the front end and I'll share with you how the workers see it. And they only log into the front end of the site, but let's walk through the training center. So when your worker first logs in, they'll be taken to the welcome screen. Now the welcome screen basically has a video that says, "Thanks for joining the team." I'll actually play a brief clip of it just so you can hear. It's very vanilla. It doesn't mention my name. It doesn't have my brand anywhere. This is for you.
Hi there. I would like to welcome you to the training center. But first, let me say a big thank you for accepting our offer and for...
So this is just a video to set the tone with your backlink worker or your employee so they feel welcome into the new training center. Since my voice is going to be used throughout all the different modules, this kind of just gets them familiar with who I am. Again, I do not mention my name. They don't actually know who I am, but I am a representative for your company. Now, the way that they navigate, the way that they need to use the system is they basically go to the task schedule and they see what tasks they're assigned. But let's walk through step by step what's included with the training center. So the first thing we have is the dashboard. So the dashboard shows all the reports that have been submitted. So if I go to the dashboard, you're not going to see much because we currently have no reports submitted. For them to add a report, they can go New Report. If they want to edit their profile, they can click Profile. If they'd like to see a large calendar of what tasks are assigned from now for this week and in the future, they can click the calendar. Now, remember in the back end we had the documents. We can go into the documents here and say we want to go look at the signatures. So here's where you have the document. Here you can store signatures to be used in articles and other projects. And then all the user has to do is they can go into edit it, and then they can actually use this WYSIWYG and they can add things to it or take things away. So it's a flexible document, and we have backlinks, signatures, blogs, and forums. Now the next one is personas, which again is the first task that you should assign. So personas, if we click on personas, we'll be taken to a front end where we can see all the personas that have been assigned to this user. So they only see personas that either they've created or that you've assigned to them in the back end. So if they want to add a persona, they just click Add Persona and they'll be taken to the persona screen and they just fill in the details. And as soon as they do, they'll be given a confirmation message that it's been submitted. Now the sidebar, we have the task schedule again, which is very important to the system. This is how everything is scheduled and they can see what they're assigned. And then we have all the backlink details. Now, if you have multiple websites, you see the first one is automatically opened. The second one is closed. So whichever website they've been assigned to work on, they can just simply click and see the details, and they can choose the anchor text here. Now, for the personas, they can see which personas have been assigned to this module. And then again, they have quick links to the new report, dashboard, profile, and calendar. Now additionally, we have one other section. If you'd like to add some more details on the sidebar, instead of just putting it in the module, we have one section that I didn't go over, which is the widgets. So the widgets are nothing more than a little text area that you can add to the sidebar. Now the way that I like to use these is, for example, document sites. I will put links to the sites that I want them to use. So you have a widget for each of the backlink modules. You can add a new widget here, and where these show up is in the sidebar. So let's go take a look at the document sites and you'll see. So we're now looking at the document site, and you'll see this is where the widget appeared. So all the links associated with the document sites now show up in the right sidebar. So this is just for convenience. You can add whatever details you would like to in the widgets. It's fully customizable. You can do with it as you see fit. But that is pretty much all you need to do to get your training center set up. So again, the steps that I recommend: add your workers, think about how you want to schedule the task and go into the task manager and create schedules for the workers. Go into the backlink manager and really take some time and think about where you want the backlinks built, and assign the specific modules for those websites, for those interior pages. And then when you're first getting started, you need to assign the task of going out and building some personas, because the personas really drives the beginning process of the whole system. Without personas, they can't go and create accounts on these different sites, so they can create a link wheel or a link network or do the other things that's required of them. So I hope this video really helps you get started. Again, if you have any questions, you can contact us at gunghosupport.com. I want to thank you for purchasing Backlink University. I really appreciate you putting your faith in me and purchasing this product. I would really like it if you send me an email with your results. I love hearing people's success they have with stuff that I've created. I'll be talking with you soon, and take care.